Hey, this is Nachi55. I'm going to do an owner's report on the Glock 26. This is a subcompact 9mm pistol. They were introduced in 1994. They have a polymer frame and a slide is treated to a chemical process by Glock. They call it Tenifer. It's supposed to be able to resist corrosion, gives it an anti-glare finish. I believe they consider it equivalent to chrome plating or stainless steel plating. The specifications on these, the weight is 19.75 inches. It's got a 3.46 inch barrel. Length is 6.29 inches. The width of the gun is 1.18 inches and the standard height is 4.17. As you can see, this particular model that I've added a magazine extension to is going to be a little taller, but that's not normally a problem. It's still a subcompact pistol. Frame has a nice texture to it. It helps me handle it and maintain good control. It has indentations on both sides for your thumb to rest. I like that. That's a nice feature to me. It is a small, light pistol. Be great for concealed carry. I'm sure you could fit it easily into a holster that would go into a waistband or maybe just outside your pants. Of course, it would also fit in a pocket if you have a small holster that you could slide it into and you want to carry it that way. The standard controls are the magazine release here in the normal location, slide release up top. This control is actually for taking the pistol down to clean it. Let me show you the magazines. Normal capacity is 10 rounds. They're a metal frame covered in a polymer coating, so they slide in and out of the gun very easily. It's got a nice number of holes to check the remaining amount of rounds. Like I said, normal capacity is 10, but with these aftermarket extensions, these are up to 12. Just to give you an idea of the size of the gun, I'll bring in a couple others. That's the FNP 45. As you can see, the Glock is quite a bit shorter and it's also a lot narrower. The full-size FNP 45 is about 2 pounds. I believe it's 32 ounces where the Glock is only 19 ounces. And as a comparison, here's another 9mm pistol. That's the Glock competitor here, the FNP 9. It's of course more of a full-size pistol, but it does weigh 19 ounces. Glock weighs 19 ounces. This weighs 26 ounces. So the FNP is a little heavier, but it is more of a full-size standard pistol. Let's take a look at some of the other features of the gun. The sights, you've got one rear sight that's adjustable for windage and elevation and one front sight. The trigger contains the safety features of the gun. As you can see, the center section there actually has to be pressed before the gun will fire. Pulling on the outside there, the gun will not fire, but once you pull that center section, the internal safeties are released, so the gun will actually fire. The pistol does not have ambidextrous controls. I think you have to get special Glock models to get that. You can check the website. It does have a loaded chamber indicator here. That's a nice feature. Gun shoots very well. I've enjoyed shooting it. Does have a little bit of a recoil to it. If you don't mind that and you want a larger caliber round, you can get basically the same size gun in several other calibers. You can get it in a 40 Smith & Wesson, 45 ACP, 45 Gap, 380, 357 SIG, and I think even 10mm if you're willing to maybe handle a little bit more recoil and potentially give up another round or two for the larger caliber of the other guns. That's up to you. To me, 9mm in this size gun is just fine. I think it's a good compromise, especially if you're using hollow point bullets. That's certainly a compromise that to me it balances really well. Taking down the gun is pretty easy. Let me see if I can show you how to do that. And it's not that many steps to it. So let me see if I can get this set up here. Alright, in order to take it down, we do have to actually pull the trigger. The gun has been safety checked, so I'm going to point it in a direction that's safe and pull the trigger. Alright, once that's been done, we're going to use these levers here on the side of the pistol. The way I do it is I hold it basically this way, and I'm going to pull back on the slide just a little bit, just enough to move those levers down, and then the gun will disassemble. I'm going to lay that there. Show you a little bit of a close-up of the frame. Like I said, you can see the texture to it. I know some people like this style trigger guard. That's not the way I shoot, but if you do shoot that way, it does have that feature for you. You can see inside, there's the rails that the slide rides on. So it, like I said, this way it's a very light, small pistol. We'll pick up the slide here. Slide's nicely finished inside and out. Here's the spring. Give you a little bit of a close-up of that. Take out the barrel. The barrel's nicely finished. It's pretty thick. It's got a nice bit of weight to it. I'm sure it would last a long time. Well finished. And same for the slide here. Nicely done. You can see a close-up of that anti-glare finish that they include. It's got this ribs on the back to help you grip it. A little bit of an inside look there. So we'll put it back together. Slide the barrel in. Then we're going to slide the spring in. Alright. And then we're just going to line it back up nice and easy. Make sure everything goes together the way it should. I can get it to line up there, that one last thing. Alright, there we go. Alright, and then slide it back down. Normally it goes together very easy. Of course, when I film it doesn't want to, but there you go. That's basically how you take the pistol down to clean it. It goes back together, and as you can see, the trigger then of course moves back forward. Alright. The reputation of Glock is pretty good. I'm sure you already have heard that. They're really one of the guns that set the standard. You know, everybody wants to compare their guns to Glock. They have a great reputation for reliability, durability, and service use I think is great too. You know, they used by a lot of police departments, fire departments, especially where I live. The case that the pistol comes with is pretty nice too. Let me show you that real quick here. You get some cleaning tools, magazine loader, extra magazine. There's the manuals there. So you get a nice case. Like I said, only 2 magazines, but it is a nice case. So if you're looking for a pistol to be used as concealed carry, I think you'd enjoy the Glock. It's got a great support from the aftermarket. There's a lot of different supplies you can purchase. If you want more capacity, Glocks are certainly famous for having all 9mm magazines work with each gun, so you can get this same gun and add a magazine that can handle 12, 15, 17, 19, I think all the way up to 33 rounds. Of course, that defeats the purpose of having a subcompact pistol, but if you like that feature, Glock offers it for you. So I think if you have an opportunity, take a look at the Glock 26. It's a nice pistol for concealed carry or just to have. I think you'd enjoy it. It offers a good balance of features, magazine capacity, size, weight that I think you'd find as a good compromise. So take a look at it, see what you think. This is Nashi55 signing off.